Hey guys, Jordan Game FPS here, coming at you with my new video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my multiplayer impressions for the Black Ops 3 beta, what I liked about it, what I didn't like, and what I thought like might need to be fixed and what might have been like kind of overpowered. So for the beta, I did get to level 49. I'll probably add a screenshot of that at the end of the video clip. So like I actually gotta use like everything that was available to use. So yeah, let's get into this. The things that I thought should get nerfed, and it was honestly very minimal, the things that should get nerfed. One was the Razorback, since it kind of defeated the whole purpose of the beta, since everyone was constantly running around with Razorback. Razorback is the only thing people were using, so obviously it's the dominant gun in the game. And there shouldn't really be a gun that everyone chooses over like every single thing in the game. And then there's a piece of equipment that I had a problem with once they raised the level cap, and that was the black hat. Because I have friends myself, and me personally, it's happened to where people on the enemy team were using a black hat, and we would earn like a raid or a mothership, and the enemies would just hack into it and steal it. And in Black Ops 2, I think it was fine the way they did it, where like it would destroy score streaks, but to take something that someone worked for, and to have like Jimmy No Thumbs come over here and just take the your highest score streak in the game, like the mothership, and just use that against you. It's not fair, and it's really imbalanced that how they do that. Like, that really needs to be fixed. Now, for the specialist characters, I was thinking that they would probably be a problem in the game because people would be able to get cheap kills on you, and it ended up not being so much a problem. I honestly thought they were really fun. And me personally, I wasn't a fan of like the weapon abilities for the characters. I was more of a fan of like the tactical abilities. So I think my two favorite were the Spectre and Nomad, just because the rejack was really useful, just in case you got like those bullshit deaths, or you're going on high kill streaks. And the Spectre with the invisibility, it only lasts for 4 seconds, but it turns you completely invisible. Like, you can be right in front of an enemy's face and they won't see you. And I honestly tested that out myself, and it's really useful. It's like if you need some score for a score streak and you need to hop on a flag really quick, or like you're all up in the enemy base and spawns flip and you need to get the hell out of there, you just go invisible. That gives you the opportunity to be able to get out there as quick as you possibly can. And then the chick with the Annihilator, I honestly don't even know what she's called, sadly, but she has this ability where you multiply your score streak, like score, like when you activate it. So like when you activate it, you're more score towards your score streaks. And me personally, I find myself that I think I'm gonna be using that a lot in team deathmatch, just because like in team deathmatch, score streaks are kind of hard to come by, so that's gonna help a lot with that. So I'm gonna find that very useful. The weapons that I found fun were the Annihilator. That was really fun. The Tempest kind of appeased the fact that you could spam it, but I personally didn't like it because I didn't like the character. War Machine was alright, but like for me it was all about what was fun. So I loved using the Annihilator. I loved using the Scythe. So those were like for me probably my two favorite out of all of them. Like weapon wise. So I don't know. All in all, the specialists seem pretty balanced. The only one that again I would say is probably a bit unfair is the Tempest, just because it's a one-shot kill and it has like unlimited range, and just the fact that you could spam it really fast and then it changes the targets. I don't know. That was probably like the only thing that was remotely annoying. But that, for the most part, was pretty fine with the specialists. Now, the weapons that I thought were I don't know how to say, fun, I guess, to use, or just good overall, were the M8A7, the ARK-7. Those were the two most dominant assault rifles, I guess you could say. Not really on the considered overpowered, but they were like good enough to where you can use them and do well, and like you don't have to like rely on like the Razorback. Weapons that should probably be buffed in my opinion are the KRS shotgun, I think is what it was called. Like it just has very minimal range, a really slow fire rate, so if you're not getting those one-shot kills, it is not doing you justice whatsoever. So you have that. There's like the SMGs overall seem pretty decent. Like there's like no SMG that really needs to be buffed like that badly, but you know, of course Razorback needs to be nerfed. Then we have weapons like the sniper rifles. The sniper rifles, they're really hard to use in this game. I'm not like, they don't exactly need to be buffed or anything, because it's not like the fact that they need to be buffed is like what they did to sniper rifles in the game. Like the way the scope is and the way that there's no like emphasis with the snipers, it just makes them a lot more difficult to use. And that's like the only problem with sniper rifles. The burst sniper rifle, I mean, I guess that it should have a charge time, in my opinion, so you should just be able to shoot and like the burst comes out. But other than that, the sniper seemed okay. The LMGs for the two that we had in the game were pretty decent as well. So the weapons for the most part were pretty balanced. And now for the score streaks, most of them are the same from Black Ops 2. Like, you know, you have the Cerberus, which is, you know, the same thing as it was in Black Ops 2. You have the Wraith, which is now the, which was the Stealth Chopper. You know, you have your classic Hellstorm and Lightning Strike back. The Raps pretty much replaced the Dogs. You have the Hater, which replaced the VSAT, which can actually now be shot down, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, I mean, when enemies got it, you know, you would, like, it was a love-hate relationship, you know, you had with the VSAT and Black Ops 2. It was like, you loved it when you got it, but then when the enemies got it, you just knew you were screwed. So, I don't know. If you have a problem with it, you know, there's the option for you to hack it, which I hope it doesn't become yours. So, hopefully they, like, do, like, Black Ops 2 with the hack. And, you also have the option to shoot it out with the rocket launcher, so, you know, if you do have that big of a deal with it, you know, you can use that, obviously. And then we have, you know, you have the classic glow streaks, you know, you have the UAV counter, UAV care package. They brought the RCXD back, which is the ACXD, I think is what it's called now, and it's pretty much like hovers and can like drive on walls, which is pretty cool, I guess. And the like new hunter killer drone is called the Dart. Horrible, because you have to control it yourself. It gets like 3 missiles that you can shoot down. But half the time when you get it and you throw it in the air, you're most likely going to crash it. That's just what's going to happen half the time. So, score streaks, none of them were exactly overpowered. None of them were exactly underpowered. Except they might need to buff the GI unit. Because the GI unit, when you first call it in, it takes like 30 seconds for it to even start doing anything. Like, for some reason, it just starts sitting there for a while. Which is really frustrating about it, considering it's one of the highest skill streaks in the game. But it'll start getting you free kills after a while, but maybe if they just like buff that a little bit, it'll be all fine. So that's a pretty fun kill streak, and all in all, everything is really balanced, except like the Razorback and the Black Cat obviously. So my predictions, Black Ops 3, I think it's going to be a really good game, it's going to be a really fun game. It shouldn't like pose too much of a problem. It shouldn't be like Advanced Warfare where everyone's just running around with AS1 in the bow. And for people who are concerned with the movement in the game, it is nothing like Advanced Warfare. The jump is really slow. You can't really use it in gunfights because if you try like double jumping in the middle of a gunfight, you're most likely just gonna get screwed over by it. So pretty much the like movement in this game is just pretty much to get to places. So if you want to get to like a higher building, or like into a window, you just use the jump and that's about it. And like the wall running, so it's only really useful to get to places. It's not like Advanced Warfare where you can like jump on every roof, because like in this game, the roofs have barriers, so like you can't go onto the roofs or anything. So you're literally, it's like Black Ops 2. If you think the maps of Black Ops 2, like Yemen, where there's places that like windows they could get up to. Pretty much the movement allows you to just get up to those places by jumping instead of having to like walk up there. And that's pretty much all that it can do. It's not like Advanced Warfare where everyone's going to be constantly jumping around in gunfights. So, I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for watching. It was a 44-1 gameplay. Well, yeah, these were my Black Ops 3 multiplayer impressions. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Good job, CDP. Mission reassignments inbound.
Objectives complete.